Hello, welcome or welcome back. If you are new to my channel, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Brooke. I am a mom of 5 and I live with my husband and our children on a remote farm in central Canada. So if you have seen my previous videos, you know that we have a sporadic income and January was very tight financially for us. In January, I really stretched things and I was quite proud of myself, if I am to be honest. But now we are well into February and things are a little bit easier this month. And I'm pretty excited today because I have quite a bit more to work with than I have had in a while. So, we're going to spread this out all over the place. Before I do that though, let's see how much we're working with today. 100, 200, 300, 350, 400, 450, 500, 550, 600, 650, 700, 750, 770, 790, 810, 830, 850, 870, 890, 900, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 1000, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 1100, 5, 10, 15. So we have $1,115 to work with today. I'm just going to set this off to the side and then we'll get stuffing. Okay, first I'm going to start with my wallet. These envelopes I don't bother putting in binders, they go straight into my wallet for my weekly spending. So groceries this week is going to get $300. We'll do 100, 200, 250, 300. That will be groceries for this week. I'll put that aside. Then gas. Gas is going to get $60 this week, and I probably will convert this to US and go across to the United States for my gas because that's a lot cheaper than getting it in Canada. So that is this week's gas. Then we have our health food store. I love, love, love our local health food store. And this week the health food store is getting $100, 51. You guys, I tell you, it feels so good not to be scrimping and saving and stretching every dollar this week. I am just so relieved to have a little bit more to work with after weeks and weeks of things being tight. Okay, the dogs, they are going to get $150 this week. I'm trying to get ahead on the dog food and not leave it so that I'm like getting right down to the last of the dog food before money comes in to go restock. I'd like to have a little bit on reserve. And then our farm and feed store, we do need more chicken feed this week and we do need more alfalfa. So we are going to put 120 in there. 50, 120, 120 for the feed store. So if you are new here, we are farmers. We raise beef cattle. We also have a few homestead dairy cows just for our own personal use. We also have horses and chickens, geese, quite a few farm animals here. We try to produce as much food as possible. And we do cut our own hay. So most of our feed needs we take care of ourselves, but there are a few things that I go to the feed store for. Okay, so that's the weekly spending, and that's that. Okay, now we get into the binders, which I've hardly been able to touch the last several weeks, so I'm really, really glad that I get to dive in here now. Okay, first, ooh, I'm a little bit cramped here. Let's see, I'm gonna just slide you over. There we go. Okay, this week the emergency fund is getting $20. So, I did just put a placeholder in here last week for the high interest savings account. My brain froze there for a moment. Yes, so I've opened a high interest savings account and I've moved my first $100 from the envelope to that account last week. So that's what this placeholder is. So now we've got 100 in the bank, 20, 30, 130 in the emergency fund, which is actually something that I'm quite proud of. I know $130 is not very much, but for us, this is huge. This means that we are $130 closer to not needing to rely on credit cards if something goes wrong. This is a new envelope that I've just started. This is a grocery buffer so that in the future, when we have stretches that are pretty tight financially, I don't have to stretch my money quite like I did this past month. So the grocery buffer this week is getting $100. So let's go 50, 70, 90, and 100. So this is not for regular grocery spending. This is just to have available in the event of a tight week financially. So we have 50, 150, 170, 190, and 200 now in the grocery buffer. And I will eventually make a nice envelope for that, but for now, that's what we've got. All right. Oops, let's straighten that out. There we go. All right, let's dive into the kids now. None of them, remarkably, touched their spending money last week. So 5 kids, they get $5 each. So that is $25. So we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And each one of them will get a 5. This is my oldest son. He's now got 10 in here. And if he doesn't spend this week, I'll transfer it into an account for him to save for his future. And then baby number 2, she also did not spend. She's got 10 now. Baby number 3, he also did not spend. Let's just do this instead of taking the last 5 out. There we go, 10 in there. Baby number 4, I'm amazed that she didn't spend her money. She has been a little spendy pants lately. She wants to just buy all sorts of goodies. And baby number 5, my least spendy child. He likes to save. Okay, so they each have $10 now, and I hope they don't spend it this week because I actually really enjoy putting this into their accounts for their futures. And I do put other money aside specifically for them, like this just is kind of bonus money that goes in there. Okay, lessons and sports is getting $60 this week. Let's go 20, 40, 50, 60. Let's do it that way. I think that'll work. So now we have $20, $40, $60, $70, $80 in lessons and sports. And Monday is guitar lessons, and it will be time to pay, so some of that will disappear pretty quickly. Clothing this week is getting $10, which is good because this envelope had been building up and then we needed to buy a few things. So now we have 15 in clothing. And I try not to buy clothing too often. I do not like to spend money on clothes. I don't buy much for myself or my husband, but my children have been having growth spurts as children do. And so we've had to do a little bit more spending on clothing than typical. Shoes this week, we are also going to put 10 in there. So now we have 20, 40, 50, 55, 60 in shoes. And I can just feel now that we've kind of turned that corner, and it's going to feel like the blink of an eye before spring is here. So it will soon be time to start thinking about putting the boots away and getting the shoes out. Instrument maintenance is getting 10 this week. This is for things like violin strings, cello strings, rosin, guitar strings, things like that. So now we have 20 in there, which is not much yet, but that will steadily grow. My goal is by the end of February, not end of February, by the end of March to have money in every envelope. I have not succeeded in that yet, but I will. Cello. Okay, this gets $10 this week. And I believe there's 10 in there already. Yes. So now we have 20 in cello. And that is for my youngest son's cello as he is rapidly growing and will need the next size. Okay, now we are going to skip bedroom makeover and we're going to put $5 in the washing machine fund. So far, our washing machine miraculously is still going. We only have $15 in here. I don't know how our washing machine is still functioning, but it is. It just seems like maybe it's hanging on just long enough for us to get some money together. Who knows? And then birthdays is going to get 10. So we have 20, 40, 60, 70, 75 for birthdays. And Valentine's Day is over, and I did spend that money. Easter. Easter is going to get 10. So now we have 10, 20, 30, 35 in Easter. I'm not a huge spender for Easter. We just do a few simple little things, so we don't need a ton in that envelope, but I would like a bit more. Mother's Day is going to get $10. So now $15 for Mother's Day. And then let's see what we've got. Father's Day. I will be putting money in here soon, but not today. And I'm not stuffing Halloween today. Christmas is going to get 10. So we've got 20, 30, 35 for Christmas. And that is that for that binder. Ooh, got a little fruit fly in here. always wonder where those little guys come from. They just kind of appear out of nowhere. Okay. Next, let's see what we're going to put in here. I can tell you I already forget what I had planned. I'm glad I have a planning sheet just off camera. Okay, vehicle maintenance is going to get $10 today. So we have 10, 20, 25, 30 now in vehicle maintenance. Tires will get 10. So we now have 15 put aside for new tires. We do not need new tires anytime soon, thank goodness. So I have time to build this up. Okay, tractor maintenance is getting 10. And now we've got 15 in there. Tractors are an expensive headache. Holy Moses. Goodness gracious. Okay. And then this one is not for maintaining the tractor, but for getting it paid off sooner. And I am putting 5 in there today. So now I've got 20, 30, 35. And here comes the big one, the hay equipment envelope. This is my major project for this year, starting to replace our old, difficult hay equipment that no longer makes sense to keep using. Okay, $20. So I've moved my first 100 into the high interest savings account, which is marked by this placeholder. And so we've got 100, 50, 70, 85, 185 in hay equipment. I also have other money that has gone into the high interest savings account that I didn't really notate here from my rolled coins. And then we're going to do, we're going to flip through a little bit, and property taxes is going to get 10. So now we have 10, 15, 20 in property taxes. And then I'm going to flip a bit farther, and we are putting $5 in the horse trailer envelope. So our horse trailer is quite old, and we have used it for many, many years. And this past summer, we made the mistake of lending it to a friend, and it got damaged beyond what we were reasonably able to repair. So we actually will have to start looking for a horse trailer sooner than later. However, hay equipment comes first. So that's this envelope. There's not much in there yet, but I'm going to keep plugging away at it. And then I'm going to put $10 in here to pay our loan off sooner than required. So now we've got 15 in the loan envelope. And next, we're going to put $5 in trips. Now this is just for, you know, visiting family or whatever. But my sister is having her first baby this summer, and so I will be traveling out to see her. So I have to start getting serious about putting some money aside in here for traveling out to see my sister. So I don't have much in there yet, but I feel like I say that on repeat. I don't have much in there yet. but I'm getting there. 25 for now. And my last $10 is going aside for my husband's workshop. This is my love song to my husband, is this workshop for him. After all the years of providing and caring for us and being a wonderful husband, I want to get a workshop built for him. And that is all of that money. I cannot believe that I stuffed that much this week. Ooh, a little leaf fell off my plant. So, it's amazing to me that even when I have money to put in envelopes, it just seems to go so quickly. Like, man, life is expensive, isn't it? Like, just living is expensive. But we are slowly but surely getting ahead. We are slowly but surely getting there. And I am so, so grateful I discovered cash stuffing because it has changed everything. I just love where we're going with this. It's so good. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks again for all the supportive comments and all the input, and just for being here and helping keep me accountable. I appreciate you all. I'll see you next time. Bye.